Alright, things are looking good here. Hello everyone, Artemu the Violet Wizard here. And today we are continuing Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. Last time we paid a visit to Spiderweb Island where we got acquainted with some old friends of ours. We managed to meet up with Roddy Tops as well as her brothers Poe and Abner, who helped us open the way into the next dungeon, where we had a pretty thrilling battle against a giant spider, earning us passage to our next destination on our journey. So yeah, this session is going to be very interesting, because we have, well, just a very interesting area for us to explore today. Hello, Jacob. Glad you're able to make it to this stream. So yeah, managed to take care of everything we could do in the last session that we could do after acquiring Risky's hat. So it's time to set sail to some new frontiers. Are you ready to shove off? Yes, ma'am. So today, our journey is going to be heading us to Tan Line Island. Oh, that's actually a good question there, Jacob. I'm not exactly sure what that means either. But yep, our destination here today is Tan Line Island, which you can obviously tell is going to be a desert area. Oh boy. But yeah, this place, from what I recall, there is a lot for us to see here. It's going to be quite the interesting stop on this journey. According to the map, this is Tan Line Island. It's hot! Don't let the immense heat distract you. There's a den of evil here. Find it and destroy it without delay. I'll go and have a look-see. You just leave everything to me. And if you feel cursed, lie back and put a damp towel over your forehead. Where does she get the energy to be so disgustingly happy all the time? You gotta admire someone who can stay positive and optimistic in the face of adversity. But yep, welcome to Tan Line Island. This is obviously a desert area, so we can expect to see a lot of desert creeps around here. Got these little cactus guys, and then we got some swords women roaming around here. They're probably based on some sort of desert culture that is here on this area. Now, the little cactus guys, you do want to watch out, because they can shoot projectiles in a spread fashion. So definitely want to be on the lookout for those attacks you're going through here. And we got some new enemies here. These, I keep calling them bird women, but they don't really seem like they have wings or anything. But yeah, these ladies have bows and arrows, and they will use those to shoot at you. And oh boy, I like what I see up there, but we're going to pay a visit to you in just a little bit. So we head down this lower path. A mummy! There's an inscription. It's probably a curse, so I better not read it, considering the luck I've been having lately. We got that over there, and that over there has a crumbling floor. So there's not much that we're going to be able to do over that way. But over this way, oh, we got a big scorpion lady. As I said before, this game really likes its monster girls, and it's definitely one of my favorite designs out of all of them. Just, oh, yeah. She goes down just the same. And we got Super Monster Milk. Okay, I know that that's a female enemy, but still. Alright, so over here we got these octopus guys. So I don't really know what their whole deal is. Wow, there's a geocache here. The tiny message reads, "What a find! Taking this old mummy to the daughter. Signed Sky's dad, and it's dated today." What in the world? Ah, so something related to Sky over here. We'll definitely want to keep that in mind for a little bit later. But for now, let's just press on for this area. Hello, save guy. We'll definitely take the opportunity to save here. And see what we have over this way. Interesting little column there. Oh, not much else. Oh, a familiar face. Oh. Hey, Squid Baron. What are you doing here of all places? My vacation. It's ruined.
Oh, right.
I came here expecting to relax in the surf, to feel the ocean breeze on my face and watch with faint disinterest as nearby beach bunnies apply copious handfuls of sunscreen to each other's bodies in order to be practical and sun-safe. From UV rays.
Okay.
But I don't know this is the off-season. The only sights of this time of year are the elder beings and scorpion folk. I give up. I'll be purchasing a lavish home nearby with amazing square footage and gravel landscaping at this rate.
I won't let you do that. Buck up. There's still something amazing out there waiting for you. Something cliche like a lonely lady squid.
Maybe you're right. If I'm not gonna stick around, then here, take these X-ray specs. I won't be needing them apparently. Use them to see through things if it pleases you. So what exactly was this guy planning on using X-ray specs to see? We don't want to focus on that anytime soon. If you want to know, Jacob, I'm playing this game on the Steam release, but I'm pretty sure most consoles are able to have it. So it shouldn't be too hard for you to find a copy that you can play. It's got this big ol' ruin over there that we can't do much of. And if we head over this way, got some dog people over here. The chief wants these old ruins removed. It's gonna take my men forever and a day at this rate. Our ancestors on Saliva Island never had it so rough. Alright, so these guys are just gonna be working away over here. Doesn't really seem like there's much else to this place that we can currently access. I mean, we have this thing over here, but we don't really have the means of being able to do anything with this. You can probably tell that thing is going to be a code that we need in order to progress for this area. So we're going to need to figure out a way to do that. And perhaps these new X-ray specs will be able to provide some ample help to us on our way. So now that we have this, I think it's time that we head back on over to the mainland. Oh, got a bento box from this guy. Not sure what other attacks these exploding octopus guys have. It'd be best not to find out. They're kind of derpy, but I don't know, I like them. Speaking of things I like, hello, Missy. I actually have a scorpion woman OC, but I haven't drawn her in quite a while. I have been meaning to, just because, you know, I have a thing for monster girls. I feel like most people do online. Hey, everyone has their preferences, and it's perfectly normal. So we just gotta fight our way back over to Risky's ship, and we should be good to head back to Scuttletown. So we can find a use for these X-ray specs, and hopefully find out how we're able to progress through this area. Yeah, kind of the trend in the Shantae games. You have to do a lot of backtracking at certain points in order to progress through the story. And this game certainly has a sizable amount of it, but thankfully the areas are pretty small, so you don't have to worry too much about backtracking a whole lot. Yep, it's time to head on back to the mainland. There's nothing else we can do on that island for the time being. So now that we're back in town, let's go heal up. And we heard something involving Sky, so how about we go pay her a visit? She should be just at her hatchery up here. Oh, look who it is. Shantae, look who decided to make a surprise visit. Sky's mom, how are you? On cloud 9, when I heard my sweet little bedwetting baby Bunsies found herself a handsome young man, I just had to come and meet him. Ooh, look at his fun hat. Pleasure, ma'am. You got quite a gal here. You and Joe? I caught him removing one of my bird's nests, and we got to talking. Over coffee. And, well, I guess we hit it off. She bout broke my arm being cousin of the bird I done touched.
Soon there will be the sounds of wedding bells and piles of crying grandbabies. Mom!
Shove over, kids! Heavy load incoming!
Sky's dad!
Ouch! There goes the back. Hope I hold out long enough to see these two lovebirds tie the knot before I croak.
Oh, Daddy.
This the guy? Sir? What'd you do for a living, Joe? I tears down schools and what converts them to long-range cannons. That'll work. My daughter could do a lot worse.
Daddy!
Also, she smells like the barn I was raised in. Hold up now. Look at you, daughter. I swear you were just in diapers and pigtails yesterday. Lay off the marshmallow spread, girl. You've gone plump as a partridge.
Honey, don't embarrass our little girl. She's just puffing up to attract a mate. Oh, I think it's working.
Have a look at this now. Brought you guys a genuine artifact from a lost world. You can use it to spruce up the place. Give it some culture.
I could decorate on my own, thanks.
What do you think of it, Joe? I'll have to get real close to read it. It got some message wrote on and it says here, deaf to them what reads it. I feel a bit unnatural. Oh dear.
Daddy, what did you do?
Jiminy! Who'd think some of this old could still pack such a wallop? Shantae, looks like your old Uncle Mimic was right again. He always says evil curses stay fresh with age. Man's the better relic hunter, any day of the week.
Can we please not discuss your work right now? You always do this, Daddy. You want me to be single forever.
There, don't fuss. Your friend here will fix it.
I will?
Quite the interesting little subplot we have going on here. So this guy over here, Joe, he was one of Ammo Baron's soldiers who we met back in Risky's Revenge. Sadly, he's a little stone-faced at the moment.
With these glasses, I can see right through the stone. Something's carved here. It's a design of some sort. I'll make a quick sketch, just so I don't forget.
You got the mummy sketch. So yeah, with those x-ray glasses that we got from Squid Baron, we can use them to read the hidden inscriptions on the sarcophagus without having to subject ourselves to the curse. Sketch that captures 1/3 of a mysterious design. So yeah, our goal here, in order to progress onward, is to figure out the carvings on the sarcophagi in order to press forward. Also, sorry about your love life being ruined there, Sky.
Now what am I supposed to do with this?
I mean, he would make a very nice decoration in the bedroom. Just don't bring him outside or else the birds will get on him. Well, I'll be darned.
Oh dear, another boyfriend down the drain.
Well, they seem like an interesting family, all things considered. But yeah, thanks to these x-ray specs we got, we are now able to read the carvings on the sarcophagus. And we managed to get one of those back here in Scuttletown, and we know where one of them is back on Tanline Island. However, for the last sarcophagus, we're going to want to take a trip back to Saliva Island, because there is now something we can do here in order to progress the story, now that we have obtained both Risky's hat, as well as getting the x-ray specs. So we're just going to quickly rush on over to where we need to go. Also feel now would be a good chance to use a bubble shield, since we got some enemies with projectiles in this area, and they'll be very good for being able to resist attacks. So we're going to be retreading a bit of familiar ground here, so what's something that we can talk about? So I guess I could say that I have a pretty light schedule both this week and next week, so definitely expecting to get a couple more Shantae sessions in. And depending on how things go, we could get this game done before the end of this month. Depending on how things go. So I'm very excited for that. And I've mostly been relaxing today. I had a pretty good lunch. So I made myself some pasta that has been a particular brand that I've had access to for quite a while now, but for whatever reason recently, they just been totally out of the particular pasta that I like. So it's been pretty tricky just getting the one that I really wanted, but thankfully they managed to restock and I was able to get the variety that I like. It's very good because it's like just a meat and marinara based pasta, and oh man, it's so good. So definitely filled up on that. Alright, let's pop another bubble shield for this area. So we got a lot of mermaids and other things around here. So this is a section of the island that we weren't able to access our first time because we had to deal with a couple things. Also, I see something over here that we should be able to grab. Let's get past this mermaid. We can crawl in here, and this takes us... Oh, it's a little shortcut. Okay, that's nice. Not anything I'm really gonna need, but, you know. So we'll just grab this heart squid that's over here, which brings us halfway to getting some more health. Very nice. Also, I believe that is the last of the heart squids we actually need on this island. So we are doing pretty well with getting the collectibles over here. Very nice. I've got a good amount of meat chunklets, because I know we have a quest involving those in a little bit if we head back to Scuttletown. So definitely want to cash that in. Alright, we got some more mermaids. Let's do another bubble shield. So we're able to protect ourselves from their attacks. And there we go. Sushi is on the menu. Sorry, ladies. And if we head over here, there's a sarcophagus. With these glasses, I can see right through the stone. Something's carved here. It's a design of some sort. I'll make a quick sketch, just so I don't forget. And with that, we managed to get the second mummy sketch. So yeah, that was pretty good, all things considered. Managed to finally locate that sarcophagus. So now we can press onward in our journey. So yeah, at this point, we'll want to head back to the ship, and then we'll want to head back to Tanline Island, so we can get the last thing we need. So I could use a flare to quickly warp, but I don't believe I'm going to need to do that. We only have the one, and I'd rather save that for a bit later. I can definitely see the pirate flares being very useful if you are speed running this game, because otherwise you'd have a lot of stuff you need to deal with in between areas, and that could really increase the amount of time that you're spending in a particular region of the game. But yeah, we are pretty much done here on this island now. So depending on how we've been collecting things, I am pretty sure we've gotten everything we need that can be found on this island. Please get healed up, please. I like the enemy variety in this game, but they can still be a bit annoying. I'll just jump past these guys, because I don't really need to worry about them. Alright, so we managed to get all the heart squids, as well as all of the cackle bats on Saliva Island. So we are officially done there. I'm just going to quickly head back to Scuttletown so we can take care of something that we've had available to us for a little bit. So when we went past Shantae's house, we were able to find Mayor Scuttlebutt just kind of relaxing by a cliff. And he asked us to grab 5 meat chunklets for him. So let's go talk to him now that we have the goods. I must have blocked those awful days entirely from my mind. It'll take 9 flesh pops to calm my nerves. That's not what he asked for. Okay. Pretty sure that his request for food... Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has different food requests in between the chapters. So... we've run out of the time that we would have been able to give him the meat chunklets. So now he's asking us for flesh pops instead. Which, ew, why would you even want 9 of those? Okay, I'm pretty sure that the only reward you get from him is gems. So I am fairly certain that we don't need to worry about talking to him. We'll stop by every now and then to see if we have any of the stuff that he needs. But it's not really a priority to talk to Scuttlebutt. Alright, let's get all juiced up in the nice relaxing hot spring there. And look at the amount of money. Now I know we don't have enough for another upgrade because we need like a lot of gems if we're going to get what we want. So it's time to shove off and head back over to Tan Line Island. Yep, our second visit to this place now. It's gonna be worth it in the end. Alright, so just need to get back over to where the sarcophagus is. Shouldn't take too long to get through here. Alright, could you ladies please not do that? Alright, hope you enjoyed taking care of some chores there, Jacob. I'll just keep playing here. Alright, could you please get lost? Yeah, I've always seen these women as birds for some reason, but they really aren't. I don't know why I thought that. And now that we've managed to get to the last sarcophagus, we're able to make the mummy sketch that we need. Hey, now that I sketched all 3 mummy carvings, I should be able to figure out the design. Oh! Each shape represents an animal, and they're arranged in a very specific pattern, which means the combination to that temple door is... Gator, Gator, Gator. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that each new file you make of this game will have a different combination for getting to that door. So that was quite the interesting choice that we got there, with it giving us just the same one over and over again. But thankfully, we managed to receive all 3 pieces of the code, so now we can move forward. Woo, I am excited for this. Hello, save guy. Definitely want to save before going forward, because I know what's coming up. Alright, so now that we're at the door here, we want to hit these symbols so that they are the animal that we need. Okay, I think the gator is that one. It kind of looks like a frog to me, but I suppose I could also be a gator. I don't know. And then we hit the one at the bottom, and that opens the path. So I also believe that you can't brute force this puzzle. You do need to complete the mummy sketch before it'll let you proceed forward. So that's also something to keep in mind with this area. But let's go in. The Tan Line Temple. Princess, it's you! Oh my, the princess! Oh my stars and garters! Princess, is it really you? You're talking to me, right? It is you! You've returned us after ages beyond passing! Everyone, listen! Our princess has returned to us after all this time! Whoa, I think you've got the wrong gal! She doesn't remember! And yet, she is the spitting image of she who has long since passed! Now she's returned to rule over us all with her infinite wisdom! Princess,
Please take your proper place on the throne at once. But, royal vassals, adorn her highness in ceremonial garb. See that she does not wander while I prepare the coronation. Oh, boogers. Hello? I'm dressed like a space princess. Can we talk this over now? Anyone? Great, they took my items away too. These guys think I'm the princess back from the dead. They'll never let me leave. Must be some way of escaping. I better start looking. So welcome to quite the interesting part of this game here. So Shantae is now decked out in some very royal attire. And we no longer have access to our inventory. Just have the map to let us see for this palace. Sadly, we cannot go forward that way, but we're able to crawl for the space we were able to make in the wall. So yeah, this section here is quite fascinating indeed. So with all of our items taken, we are pretty much helpless aside from our hair, which will be useful for taking out enemies around here. But you want to be careful of these large guards. If they spot you, they will take you back to your quarters. So you want to be careful. So of course, a stealth section that we gotta go through here. I believe I can crawl past this guy. Luckily, we have a very petite frame, so we're able to easily sneak by these guys. Let's be a bit careful. And we managed to make it through there. So I do believe there are checkpoints for this place, like every time you go through a door, that's going to count as a checkpoint. Sounds like there's something we're able to break over there. We'll get to that in just a second, but for now, we want to grab this key in this chest. You got a key, use it to open a locked door. So yeah, this whole section is basically a mini dungeon, giving you a lot of different things that you need to do before we are truly at the end of this area. So we can grab a ton of gems by heading into this secret passage here. And yeah, the name of the game is just making through here, avoiding detection from the guards, and trying to find a way out. Definitely an interesting section. So we head through this door. Okay, the game is a little bit weird at the moment. Alright, we'll give it a second. It should be coming back up in a moment. Oh man, don't tell me the game just crashed on me. I don't think I've had anything like this happen before while I was playing this game. Alright, I'm just gonna give it a few more minutes, and if it's not working, we'll just restart the game again. Like, we haven't really made too much progress, so it's not going to be too much trouble for us. You see, this is why you have to save frequently, people. Yeah, we'll just give it a little bit more time to see if this is going to be good.
Okay, the game has not been... It's not loading back up, so I think we're gonna have to just quickly exit out of the game and then just wait for it to look. We'll just try to reset it, because it's just being a little bit of a butt here. I don't recall this game going through any problem like this before, so this is very, very unusual for me. Yeah, this should be good in just a second. So once we reload this thing, we should be able to get back to where we need to be. Alright, so we are going to have to redo a little bit of progress, but we should be fine here. As we know, the solution to the puzzle is Gator, Gator, Gator. This should be all good here. Alright, doors back open. So let's go get ourselves kidnapped. Hey guys, don't do anything creepy. Oh, come on! Yep, we're finally back in the palace. Alright, let's do this for realsies this time. Hopefully this game isn't gonna crash on me again, because that would be very disappointing. Luckily, it's not gonna take us too long to get back to where we were last at. I've gotta crawl under to get past you. Let's wait for you to do that. So a little bit of trivia regarding Shantae's Desert Princess garb here is that this was an unlockable outfit that you could get in Risky's Revenge. So I believe you do need to beat the game once to be able to access it, but this essentially is a harder way of going through the game. Hard. So essentially, if you're wearing the Desert Princess garb, your magic power is boosted, enabling you to have an easier time of using your spells and whatnot, but you take double damage from enemies, making it really tricky to get through that game at points. It's definitely a nice little challenge if you want to test yourself. Let's go for the door here, and there we go. The game actually loaded properly. Now, for this section, you want to quickly duck in between the windows. This will shadow you, rendering you completely invisible to the guards. You just want to quickly rush to the next window, make sure you are not spotted, and you should be good. Alright, this guy we're going to need to get, like, right up behind him. But, yep. Very good. Alright, can we wait for you to get over? And there we go. So yeah, definitely pretty interesting having this extended stealth sequence here. There's definitely quite a few stealth sections in a lot of games. I believe this is the first time Shantae has ever taken a crack at it. And for the most part, I like this section. It is pretty nice to go through overall. Of course, we got these guards that we gotta take out every now and then, but they're really not much trouble. So we can grab this chain here to get us out of reach of these guys. Alright, here they come. Let's jump down. Just get past that troop. And I believe we can't squeeze through there. Let's wait for you to turn, then we can jump up this chain to get over here. But yeah, getting through this area, we need to be very careful. And also be sure that you look all over this place in order to find what we need to get through. So I believe that we're going to need a certain number of keys in order to make it through this area. So you definitely want to be thorough with exploring this place. And for that, you also want to watch out for the eyes of the guards. Don't get caught is what I'm saying. So it looks like there's a hidden room over here. Can't get it from that angle. Got some more guards over here. They can actually climb the chains. And that gets us another key. That'll be useful for getting out of here. Ow! That was a cheap shot. So yeah, I'm not too sure if the big guards are in the lower section here, but do want to be careful. Also, I believe as we go through this area, we could find something else. So I believe here we want to take this door, and that gets us to a heart squid. Very nice. I totally didn't see that in a guide over on Steam telling you where to find these guys. Although I have been consulting that so I'd be able to figure out a few things and just have a good idea where we need to go in order to get some collectibles in the areas we previously visited. So we head this way. Huh, look who it is. Looks like an old friend of ours. So how about we go... Oh, there's another friend of ours! She seems to be enjoying herself. So yeah, I'm definitely seeing a lot of our old friends here. So we use the keys to be able to access their rooms. But I left you back on Spiderweb Island. I don't want to miss out on the fun, so I followed you. Look, we both have matching costumes. Now we can be princesses together. Buddy, we gotta get out of here, fast! Okay, I'll go, but I'm keeping this outfit. Hope you do, it's a good look for you. See, I've said before, this game likes a lot of... Well, really likes to show off the sex appeal of its main characters, and definitely shows a lot of it here in this sequence. So we can defeat this cacklebat here, but sadly we don't have the magic lamp, so we can't suck up its magic. So I believe we also want to avoid these guys' looks. Probably. Actually, don't know if we need to be wary of these guys. Should be fine. Yeah, they're not the big guards. As long as we don't talk to them, we should be fine. Hey, Sky. Sky, they caught you too. What are you doing here? I flew here to find a cure for Joe. What's your excuse? I'm here with, fine, don't tell me. Let's just find a way out of this madhouse. And put some clothes on, for crying out loud. Ugh, how am I supposed to walk in these shoes? I mean, this outfit's definitely showing off some of Sky's good qualities there. So now that we've rescued her, there's at least one other female character I know who is probably locked up. So definitely want to be on the lookout for her. Alright, what's other areas we go through? So around here there are different colored doors on the map that give you an idea on the different sections of this map you can visit. Alright, so this takes us back over here. This was a room we were previously in before, so just move forward this way. So we're gonna need to find another key, I believe. We were just in this area last time, so let's go over here. Hello there. Sorry about killing you, but you did put me in this outfit without my consent, so, you know. Alright, where do we need to go next? I haven't played this section for quite some time, so don't exactly have the best idea on where you need to... Oh, come on. Ladies are so rude. And I can't equip a pike ball to get through this section easier because you took all my swag. Alright, I know that we're going to need another key in order to get through this area. Not exactly sure when we need to go to get it. There might be something up here. Yeah, this area is quite a bit of a maze, so you do need to Be sure to check every nook and cranny if you're going to get everything here. So remember, there should be something over there we'll want to remember. Just dispatch those little rat guys. And over here, we can grab another key. So that might be the last key we need to get through here. Yeah, depending on this sequence, we should be good to complete the palace. So I believe we can hit that platform to put it down. And we just get launched up. There's one of those hidden mouth things that we saw back in the Cackle Tower. So it's able to give us a quick way of getting through that section. So I believe we want to head back into the main room of the palace. So we've got to do a little bit of backtracking. So I believe we just need to get through here. Then want to head this way into this locked door. Look who it is.
Risky, is that you? Who else would it be? I came looking for you, and instead I found this place. The simpletons mistook me for some silly princess and locked me in here. Same here. I'll pound those imbeciles into fish paste when I get my hands on them. We're wasting time. Let's go.
Another person who definitely benefits from this particular outfit. Who am I kidding? Risky Boots would look good in anything. I mean, she is evil, but, you know, still a very attractive woman. So if we hit that switch, this gives us quick access back to Shantae's quarters. But I am fairly certain we got everything we need over there. So let us move on. So we head over this way.
There you are! We should be able to operate this contraption if the four of us work together.
Just grab onto the rope.
We're not heavy enough! Although Blondie here does make for some excellent ballast. Excuse me? You probably weigh as much as a lead balloon. Or two. Can we at least try to work together? I won't work with her, but for you, sure. Me? Aren't you the brain eater? What? Not you, her. Ugh, the noise. This is why I work alone. Alright, you lubbers, pull! Yes, ma'am!
So with the combined might of all four of our busty bodies, we're able to pull the rope.
It worked! Of course it did. You give up too easily. Want to make something bend to your will? You better be prepared to break it as well. You're a scary lady.
I mean, she has to be. She's the main villain.
Come on, let's all rush in and pummel these imbeciles. No, we should sneak past them quietly. I want to distract them with a fan dance.
I'll take a look. Very interesting having all these girls interacting here. Like, they're all very fun characters, and seeing their different personalities bounce off each other. Why did I use the word bounce there? Never mind, let's move on.
Princess, you've arrived at last! Behold, a glittering statue of your vast magnificence! That's supposed to be me? But yes, it is your exact likeness. But no, do my eyes deceive me? Princess, there are four of you, but each of you looks perfectly identical to this humongous, titanic, rotund, corpulent, and bulgingly beautiful, pleasingly plump statue. That's it. Ring his throat. What's this? Princess, there you are. Where in the world have you been? It's been over 30 minutes. Were you at the store all that time? You silly Billy. This, I can't. People, hear me! Our princess has returned at long last from the store! Thank you all! Truly, you have saved our people! Sorry Sorry about the mix-up. Believe me, this happens all the time. I shall return your garments and give you this golden pickaxe in honor of your great deeds. Leave us out of your adventures from now on. Wait, this is the fun part where I get an item. You got the golden pickaxe. That's sure to break really easily. But yeah, that is quite the amusing sequence there. I mean, if these guys considered their princess to be the epitome of beauty, then, you know, good for them. It's always nice to have some body positivity around here. And even large women can be beautiful in their own unique ways. So now that we are dealt with all of that, and we got our magic lamp back, we can suck up the magic from that defeated cacklebat. And that should be everything we need in the palace. We were pretty thorough in exploring this area. So we got the heart squid, and we managed to obtain the cacklebat. So we should be good. On second thought, you look nothing like the princess. Oh, you just realized that now? Yeah, I guess you're not her after all. These guys must have some really poor vision if they mistook us for the princess. Oh yeah, very amusing sequence. Behold, our princess has returned! Shut your yap! Yeah, that happens if you come back and speak to him. These guys are ridiculous, but you know, it was worth it in the end because we got the gold pickaxe. So we could use that to mine all sorts of stuff. Oh, it already broke. Yeah, but it's kind of funny how much, like, golden weapons and tools are usually seen as a big reward in a lot of games. Then you play Minecraft and they're like, oh yeah, gold is actually a really poor material for making tools. So it's just gonna break really easily. That's why I like Minecraft, and a few other reasons. But now that we have the pickaxe, we can talk to this guy. What's this? A golden pickaxe from the princess? Can I have it, pretty please? Such incredible craftsmanship! We'll have this cleared away lickety-split! Wow, with those ruins out of the way, I can see all the way to the horizon! And look at these chubby green birds! Ah! Those aren't birds! Monsters! Run! So by doing all that, we managed to open the path forward. Very good. So we definitely got ourselves quite a bit we still need to see on our adventure in Tanline Island. Because the palace there was only one of many things that we're able to do in this area. Oh, we can crawl into this space here. Like, don't really see much of a reason to be down here. It sounds like we are breaking something down here. Must have been a pot with a few gems. You are going to want to remember a few things in this area for later. They'll be quite useful to us as we adventure farther in this area. If we head over this way, so got ourselves some quicksand. Luckily, we have a hat. That allows us to quickly jump over these gaps. Ow, stupid rat. You guys get out of here. Since we got our items back, how about we use a pike ball? Also, we can just shoot these rats with our gun. Thankfully, they don't have much HP. I keep forgetting that we have the gun, but it is quite useful at dispatching with a few enemies from a distance. Of course, it doesn't really have a lot of power. Like, it only does 2 damage after we get an upgrade. Now, you may notice here, this patch of quicksand doesn't have skulls coming off of it. So wanna hop down here and just let it take us down. And that brings us to the lair of another cacklebat. Very nice. Already making good progress in clearing up this area of its collectibles. Though there are still a few things we're gonna need to come back for. But it shouldn't take us too long to get everything we need. So now we got ourselves that dark magic, we can press onward.
Alright, I'm gonna need to do a hat trick to get over there. And we should be pretty close to where we need to go now. Yeah, this area is definitely quite sizable. A lot bigger than some of the other areas we've been to in our journey. Alright, we managed to take her down quite easily. It's a shame. I do like these scorpion women. Then we can jump over this sand pit. Well, didn't make it all the way across. Stupid rat. Let's use another pike ball. That could help us deal with this rodent pest. This guy. Alright, so these guys with the turbines, they will shoot those globs down that can hit you. But now that we made it over here, I believe that this is the path that we need to go to continue our journey. Lost Catacombs. So this here is our next dungeon. So you can see here there's quite a few things that are blocked off by these, well, blocks. So we're going to need to find a way to break them. Shouldn't take us too long. Okay, there's some spiky things over there. Probably going to save that path for later. And let's head this way. Alright, so these platforms will retract their spikes every couple of seconds. That's a good thing to keep in mind here. This area is going to have a lot of tricky traps that we haven't seen before. Oops, this area has a lot of things here. This reminds me of one sequence in Yoshi's Island, where you go through a dungeon that has a lot of blocks that you need to break in order to progress forward. And one of the bosses in that game is also one that you need to break blocks in order to take it out. And man, that was a fun boss fight. So we can hit that switch over there to make those appear. Oh, but only for a few seconds. So gotta be pretty careful here. That one, then we can go up here and grab our first key. Very nice. Also, probably want to take care of that scorpion lady down here. Yep, sorry, but you are a threat here, so we gotta take care of you. I'm sorry, you're quite beautiful. If only we could work through our issues. It's quite sad seeing some of these monster girls die, because if situations were different, maybe we could have been friends with them. So able to find a heart squid over there. Actually quite well hidden. So it's very nice that I thought to check over there. Alright, so there's nothing we can do on this path yet, because we don't have a down attack. So we'll just head this way. And over here, we've got this little mummified guy. Could you get lost, please? So we got this path we can open up here. Wonder what else we can find. Definitely a good idea to use your pike balls here, because there's going to be a lot of enemies. So I believe this is the path that we saw before that leads up back to the main area. Yeah, I don't believe there's anything on that path we need at the moment. But just look around and see what we can find. Already taken quite a sizable amount of damage on the way through here, so yeah, best to watch yourself. If we go over here, we're able to grab a very well hidden dungeon map. So that gives us the map for the Lost Catacombs. Alright, that gives us a good idea on a few things we need. So we're gonna need to try to get to either the very bottom or the very right of the dungeon. Luckily, we could use our pistol to shoot these platforms. Also, I saw that mantis-looking guy. Reminds me of a certain enemy from the Sonic the Hedgehog series, the Slicer. Dispatching of that guy, we now have a good view of this thing we can get. Alright, so we're gonna need to do a little bit of work with the platforms to get over here. Luckily, we have our hat to give us an easy way of jumping across. And this gives us another key. Very good. Alright, so for the paths we still need to take. So we need to either keep heading down or try to head to the right. Well, depending on what we run into along the way, that'll give us a good idea on which path we're going to need to go through in order to get the dungeon item and in order to face the boss. Let us head down first. Alright, there's a key over here. We can hit that switch, which will open up the path for us to hit another switch. That's good. Ow. As long as you know the timing on those platforms, you shouldn't have too much trouble dealing with them. Alright, so we want to head down this way now. This gives us access to this switch we can shoot with our pistol. And that one we need to also unblock. So, yeah, just gonna need to try to find our way over here. Oh, we got another slicer to deal with. I'm just gonna keep calling them slicers. I know it's probably not their name, but, you know, we're able to hit that switch. And we should be able to head into the lower section of the catacombs. It feels very good to be playing this game again. Definitely said before how much I adore this particular game. So we've got another... Got another switch over there we need to get, so we're going to need to remember that for later. Yep, it's all good, Jacob. Probably going to be focusing mostly on the game here, so it's alright. I got these little freaks to deal with. They got such silly little designs. I just love a game where the enemies are goofy little guys. And over here, we got ourselves another save room. And I'm sure we're pretty close to where we need to go here. So we head over this way. This gives us our next item. Ooh! You've obtained Risky's Scimitar. It's a very nice sword there. While in the air, press the Scimitar button to break through blocks. So now we got ourselves a new weapon. So by hitting the left trigger, we're able to thrust down with our blade, giving us the ability to break obstacles that are below us. This is definitely going to be pretty useful for quite a few puzzles in this game. Certainly going to be useful to us. Yeah, we just got it for an item. Let's save ourselves again. This attack also reminds me a lot of certain other games, most notably Disney's DuckTales, which was definitely a very popular game on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It also brings to mind some other games like Shovel Knight, Commander Keen, those type of games, you know? Whoa, a lot of bats over there. You get close so we can just exterminate you all in one hit. We could also use this in conjunction with the spiky platforms to flip them over just as we jump on them. Very nice. So yeah, this is definitely a pretty useful item. You use it to break things beneath you. It's useful for protecting you from spiky floors. It's got some good utility. And it could also be useful as a weapon, obviously, but only if the enemy's, like, directly below you. So I don't really know how much use we're going to get out of this thing. But yeah, it's definitely a good item. So we can use the key here to hit that switch, thus giving us a column of wind to be able to blow us back up. If there's anything that Shantae is good... Okay, I'm gonna stop there. That'd be very inappropriate to say. So I don't believe there's anything on the western side of the dungeon we need to go for now. So I think we are good to just press onward here. So I believe we're going to want to head back to the... We're going to need to head back this way if we're going to get out of here. That is a good question there, Jacob, because I've been playing a lot of games throughout my life. So definitely a lot of ones I could say, but probably like my most played and most favorite has got to go to Super Mario World. Like, that's my all-time favorite game, one of the earliest that I've ever played, and it's just a fun time. I just really love that particular game. It's good stuff. Alright, I didn't mean to backdash into those spikes. It's very unfortunate there. I want to say there might be something hidden around here you want to watch out for. But I don't really know if that's going to be necessary. You can grab that over here. Okay, definitely think that the bubble shield will be useful in this spot. Taking a lot of hits here, so let's heal ourselves. I don't think we're going to need meat chunklets. Actually, let's use a potion. That'll just fully restore our health. So I don't believe there's anything else we really need to worry about in this room in particular. Oh, wait. So, yep, there was a heart squid hidden in that block. So, yep, I knew there was something in this room we needed to deal with. And that was something I didn't look at a guide to see. I just kind of intuited that there would be something hidden in the blocks. But now we got ourselves a challenge room. Let's go for the bubble shield. These guys throw a lot of projectiles at you, so that'd be really handy here. Then got ourselves a slicer to deal with. And then we got some big women here. So I definitely appreciate. But I can show off here, we can use our scimitar to damage them from above, which is quite useful because I don't believe they can guard from aerial attacks. So yeah, that's definitely a useful application for the scimitar. Such a good item. So now we got ourselves a room where we gotta deal with some crushers. Again, bringing to mind some Super Mario World, because there are certain segments there where you gotta avoid crushers. So this sequence is pretty simple. Just want to duck down into a small alcove whenever the wall begins to come down on you. It's a pretty common sequence in a lot of video games, so pretty easy to deal with. So I believe we have everything we need to get through here, and I've got a pretty good idea that we've gone most of the things in this dungeon. So I think we're good to head on to our next fight, which should definitely be a fun one. I know what's coming up. Oh yeah, I hear Shadows of Mordor is a real good game. I've definitely seen a lot of people play it. Alright, this fight. I am really excited for what's about to happen here. Let's go right in. Squid Baron, you're here? You better believe I am. Why? What about the vacation? I'm hanging it up! Goodbye, dreams! See you never! But you can't just give up on your dreams! What about the frolicking beach bunnies? And old sailors and unbuttoned furred buttons? I thought all that meant something to you! Answer me this. How much map have you traveled? What do you mean? How full are your pockets? About half, right? Halfway full? Filler, boss. It's my destiny. I see that now. I won't try to escape it. You're scaring me. You and me both. But I won't hide from fate. I'm gonna be the best filler boss of all time! Old hat! Recycled moves! All of it! Bring it on, sister! Let's boogie down! Squid Baron, reoccurring rascal, concerned parents. Oh yeah, I guess he does have kids. But yeah, this time we are fighting Squid Baron. Let's go ahead and pop our useful items here. This guy will be rushing all across this area. He can also do jump attacks, releasing shockwaves that you gotta watch out for. So you want to use your scimitar when he's doing his charge attack. Oh, look at that. Squid Baron 2.0! So now he's armed himself with some sparklers and a metal shell. So yeah, this guy is definitely armed himself here. So I believe you need to use the scimitar in order to break through his metal shell. Then he'll try to heal up by eating some food, but we have monster milk, we have super pipe balls. There was not much he could do to stop us here. Sorry, but you forced me to fight. What? Did I break something? You were amazing! Huh? That beatdown! It was just what I needed to reawaken my fighting spirit! I'm a great filler boss today, and I could be an even better one tomorrow! Imagine, I could paint myself blue and play the part of an ice variant! I could shadow clone myself and swap between bodies! I could reappear at the end of an adventure in a boss rush! Maybe show up as a common fug later, you know, to make it feel really, really powerful! I'm bursting with potential! This is only chapter 1 in book 1 of the encyclopedia that is my life! Hitting you helped? Purple-haired warrior maiden, you are my one true inspiration. I must go. Take this. You got the Mud Bog Island map.
Oh, yeah.
You are my best beautiful tomboy woman. Fare thee well. See ya. Sky's probably back in Sequin Land by now, and I don't see Roddy Tops anywhere. I guess I'll head back to the dock. So yep, thanks to our efforts, Squid Baron now has a new lease on life, being very happy to be a recurring boss. I love this guy. Seriously, what a fun and amazing character he is. So now that we dealt with all of that, we managed to get everything we need to unlock the path to a new island to explore. And that'll definitely be taking up a good amount of our time in the next session. But for now, we have a lot we can do now that we have obtained the scimitar. So it's time to do our usual round of mid-area cleanup. Now that we've obtained a new power, there's tons of stuff we can do. So namely, we can use that to break this block down here, exposing this little pathway. And if we head this way, we got another cackle bat. So I'm already seeing just how much getting a new item really opens things up. And we already saw before how things open when you get the gun and the hat. But with the scimitar, oh man, there is so much we can do with this thing. So yeah, we'll be closing off this session doing as much as we can with our newfound scimitar, exploring all the islands we have previously visited, and getting all their sweet, juicy rewards. So I'm pretty sure we got a good amount of things we can grab in Tan Line Island now that we've obtained this. So we already got the cackle bat that was down here, so don't need to worry about that. Just shoot that monster lady that I do not know exactly what her species might be. Stab you from above. I don't want to fall down there. Sometimes I'll just backdash without meaning to. Yep, it's a living. So now we can break through this block, giving us an area over here that we couldn't find before. And around here, what exactly can we find? trying to think if maybe there was something that we could activate by hitting the in certain areas with the scimitar, but okay, this is what I'm thinking of. There's a cackle bat over here, but there is this big block in the way that we can't do anything about at the moment. Yeah, with our current moveset, we're not going to be able to do anything about that. So that is something we're going to need to backtrack in order to obtain. But definitely remember that for next time. It is still nice that there's still things that we need to come back to this area for, because I do like revisiting these areas in between the chapters. Gives you something you can work towards. Woo! We attain more monster milk from that monstrous mummy. Sorry, that sounded kind of weird. Alright, for current progress here. Yeah, there should be pretty much everything we need to do in Tan Line for the moment. So let's save our game, and then we will move onward. Because there's a ton of stuff we should be able to do back in Spiderweb Island that we couldn't do before. So want to head back over there. And yeah, I know I could have used my pirate flare, but we'll save that for a bit later. Hello, ladies. Ow. Do not. Let's grab Super Pike Ball. Very nice. So I believe, yeah, there's a thing over there that we're not going to be able to do yet. So we'll save that passage for later. I love doing the ground pound on enemies. Like, it's so satisfying. Just downward thrust. It's a very cool attack. Alright, so while we are just trying to make a way back to where we need to go, what's something else that we talk about? So pretty recently, yesterday, there was a bunch of new information revealed about a certain game, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm back! If you're through wasting time, maybe we can finally get back to work. What happened to Sky and Roddy Tops? Let's just say I showed them the door. Would you relax? They're fine. Now, did you find the Den of Evil? Yep. And you destroy the evil residing there. More or less. I see you found my blade as well. Wish I'd had that earlier. I'd have spilled the innards of a certain incompetent chieftain. You make a lousy pirate. Let's have a look at that map. You gave the Mud Bog map. So that opens up a new area for us to explore. We'll definitely want to spend some time over there. But for now, we gotta head back to Spiderweb Island, because now we should be able to get everything we can get in this area. Now that we have obtained the scimitar. Alright, so there's a few points of interest that we need to go to. So for instance, if we head to this spot here, now that we have the scimitar, we could break the floor, allowing us to get to this area with yet another cackle bat. Woo! So, like I was saying before, there was some new information revealed regarding one of the new Pokemon games that'll be coming out later this year, Pokemon Legends ZA. So there was a ton of new information revealed that I think very cool with this game, like showing off some a bit of the new story beats, how you're going to be helping out this organization that is based around trying to solve problems around Lumio City, and also dealing with this new villainous force that is known as the Rust Syndicate, which is a really cool idea for just having this criminal syndicate as the villains of this very urban area. Just feels very fitting. And really love the design they have of the main Rust guy. His name is Corbo, and man, he has a really cool design. And yep, like you mentioned there, Jacob, there was another really cool reveal in that they showed a new form of, oh, we got a fossil. Alright, that's not quite what I was expecting us to get, but that should be fine. Because I believe there's still something else that we can find if we head over this way. Yeah, around here, I believe, is what we need. We can find one more little heart squid here. But yeah, they showed off that there was a new Mega Evolved Pokemon, specifically Mega Dragonite, which definitely has me excited for a bunch of the other potential Mega Evolutions that could be added in this game. Like, it's already been confirmed that they're gonna have the... It seems like they're doing all of the Mega Evolutions introduced in both X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, which has me very happy. And the fact that they are adding even more Megas for older Pokemon is just really good. Like, I think it'd be cool to even see Mega Evolution of Gen 7, 8, and 9 Pokemon, since they obviously weren't around during the Kalos days. Be really cool to see a lot of the new things that could be potentially added. And yeah, in terms of the one that was just revealed, by the way, we cleared up both Spiderweb Island and Saliva Island, so we're done there. Yeah, it's such a cool design. I really love the additions of it having more Dragonair-like features, like giving it back the head wings that it used to have, as well as a pearl at the end of its tail. Such a cool design. I really like it. It also helps that Dragonite is a Pokemon I really enjoy. I've been using it a lot for, like, competitive battles with people over on Discord, and yeah, it's definitely a Pokemon I really like. It's very cute, very powerful, just one that I enjoy. But anyway, just completely talked over it, but yep, we got ourselves a new heart container from our gal, the Squidsmith. And we're already halfway to getting another squid, so that'll be something to do. Oh, it looks like there's something here that we gotta give to Uncle Mimic. That fossil we were able to obtain on Spiderweb Island. We're probably gonna save that for next time. In terms of some other stuff we're gonna need to do, because I remember that there is someone who needs to obtain a sword that they think got left behind in a desert area, so we'll want to remember that for later. But we've acquired a lot of gems, so how about we spend these on some upgrades? Let's head to the shop, and obviously, we're going to need another Pirate Flare. Let's go ahead and take that. And we can already see we've maxed out our supply of these items, because it won't allow us to buy any more of those. So we don't have enough to get more shampoo or silky cream, but we can boost the power of our pistol or our scimitar. Considering the area we're going to be going to, I think giving a tune-up to the scimitar will be quite useful. I can see it being very handy going forward. So now that we bought that, something else we could do. Let's buy some more potions, because those will be very handy going forward. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. Buy another pike ball. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Just have a good supply of items. So yep, our scimitar is now even more powerful. Very nice. And looking at our items over here, we're doing quite good. So we've actually cleared up a chapter, basically. So how about we pop a visit to Mayor Scuttlebutt, and then I think we can call this mission. No, it's Skies, folks. If you find any old artifacts, bring them to your uncle's workshop. I'm not trying to talk to you, kid. I'm trying to talk to Sky's mom.
Sky's not too happy about what happened to Joe, so I threw that old mummy in the dumpster. Please don't tell my husband.
Oh, sure, you just ruined a perfectly good archaeological find with a ton of history behind it. Sure, that's fine.
Remember when the town was first built? Scuttletown used to sit on that smaller cove, the one where you live. But as it got larger, we had to tear down and begin anew. Now your lighthouse is all that's left. I used to eat free lobster tails at every meal. Now I miss those days.
It's asking for lobster tails. Oh, I actually happen to have the items we need. So let us see about giving these to the mayor. Should be able to get a lot of money for this. Thanks! Have 100 gems! Really? Just 100? That's it? So yeah, just able to give items to the mayor, and he will reward you with gems, which will be pretty useful for upgrades. Though, sadly, I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything with just 100. I mean, we'll check the shop again, but I'm fairly certain there isn't anything else we can get. And for the record, I don't believe there's anything else around town that we'll be able to find in terms of cackle bats or heart squids for the time being. Yeah, this isn't enough to get another upgrade. So we're just going to leave, please. But with that, I think we have done a sizable amount of progress today, managing to clear up most of the stuff on Tan Line Island, managed to get all the collectibles on Saliva and Spiderweb Island. Except, I think we are good today. Did the game seriously just crash on me because I went through another door? Okay, at least I saved my game before this happened. But yeah, we are pretty much done here today. And we will be back in sometime later this week, as we will be exploring the new area that has opened up to us, which should be full of new ghastly things for us to encounter. So, until next time, have a good day and take care.